The way that each one of these stairs is costing me $1,500 is not making me happy. Hey everyone, so it's been a little while since I was in a building mood, but today I'm finally in a little bit of a building mood. I actually wanted to build an A-frame house with the stair hack that we did a long while ago, and today I'm pretty excited to actually start building something. So I thought, you know what, why not combine? Because I promised two things in videos before, and that was building an A-frame house with the stair hack that I showed you a while ago, and also building a tiny house. So in today's video I thought, why not combine the two and actually build a tiny A-frame house. Anyways, for the A-frame house, first of all, I do want to start with the entrance, because the entrance is gonna be a major factor to this house. It's gonna bring in all of the light that we actually want in this house. So I'm gonna just build something real quick, and if I'm not happy with it, you know me, I'm probably gonna remove it again, but we'll see. So a little recap on how to do the slanted roof stair hack. You want to have your placement grid on medium and size your stairs in a little bit, and then you want to play around with a basic shape. On the bottom stair, likely dragging that all the way down, outward a little bit, just so that we can see where we have to place our wall trim. Well, not really wall trim, but a structural, and make sure that the top end of your basic shape reaches the top end of the stairs. Copy that, put that on top. Wait, not on top. You want to put it on the stair before the top, because as you can see we have an angle here and then it goes up vertically. We want to eliminate that vertical part, because otherwise our slanted roof is going to look a little bit strange, so we're going to eliminate that. There we go. Then going into structural, gonna have to make it a little bit shorter. It's been a while since I've done this trick, so I gotta be honest, I'm a bit rusty. Top end of this, and then you drag along the stairs. I think we'll have to go to the other side. Yep. But once you got one of the stairs down, it's actually pretty easy to do the rest. So if we're struggling right now, it's gonna be pretty easy very soon, hopefully. Crying. Okay, so this seems about the highest that we can actually go. Dragging that outwards, I feel like I needed to make the stairs a little bit shorter. Definitely should have. So that's an error that, yeah, that's on my part. So placement grid medium, making them a little bit smaller even. So this is the size that we want. Putting back the basic shape. Again, struggling a little bit here. Then placement grid small. And we want to go to the edges of where the line of the stairs is. Placement grid medium, put that on top. Then in our horizontal planks, we take the top part of this basic shape and we go to the bottom part of this basic shape. As you can see, the stair is coming through a little bit, which means that I am going to size down my horizontal plank a little bit more and then drag it outwards to the other side. Then copying our stair over, putting it right next to it to see if we did it correctly. We did not do it correctly. Actually, there's a gap, but let's not focus on the gap right now. We need to close that anyways. Dragging it out a little bit more. And we need to make sure we are right on the edge of where the next horizontal plank is. There we go. And now we can remove this stair because we don't need it anymore. Can remove the basic shape here as well. Take another horizontal plank. I'm doing an instruction video. I was gonna build and I ended up doing an instruction video. Amazing. Okay, same thing. So you take the top part of the bottom stair, you go to the top part of the first stair or the top stair right here. Same thing, you copy over what you have just created, you put it right next to it. And to see if there's an overlap, we're gonna put our placement grid on small. And we're gonna resize what we have just created just so it leads up right up to the edge. We don't want to have an overlap, which yeah, that's an issue if you have an overlap. But there we go, we have our stairs. Now for the inside, I do want to make it look all woodsy. I mean, it's a cabin, so it has to be a little bit cozy. So I'm thinking about taking planks, but making them a little lighter. Now I was going to use linen for this, but linen became such a toxic thing to use in a way. Should I just not care and go for linen? I think I am. I think I'm going to use linen. People are going to hate me for this. And then for the roofing, I love these roof tiles, so we're sticking with the roof tile. I can use this as my Christmas cabin, actually. Now all we have to do is copy over the stair that we have just made, put it right next to where we want our slanted roof to start. So that's gonna be here. Then we just create our room basically. So I don't quite know how big I want this A-frame house to be. Definitely small, but not too small. Gonna redo the entrance. As I said, removing and building, that's how I do it. I think I'm gonna do something like that. Let it go inwards a little bit. Same thing over here. And then we have an extra space for our A-frame. And I know I could go one spot further, but I like when the roof is coming out a little bit. That's just a personal thing. At the edges, sometimes it will come through the wall. You just resize it a little bit so it doesn't. There we go, we fixed that. And then we need to have a second floor as well. Taking my basic shape and now resizing that to 3 blocks wide. Place that in the middle here, like the middle part. Let's see if that works out. Okay, we need to move 1 more block inward so that it's over here. Copying this over. And I'm actually using small placement grid now because I am wanting to have it sit correctly. Moving my basic shape. So that was on placement grid medium. Moving it again right here. Copying this stair. So this is a bit of a boring job. Yeah, I'm just gonna skip over it. You can see how I'm doing it. It's a bit of work, but it's so worth it at the end. All you have to do really is make sure that you don't rotate your stairs and get them lined up correctly, which as you can see right here, I did not do the first time around, so I'm doing it again. Okay, so this seems about right. There's like a tiny little indent, but that's as good as I'm gonna get it. Let's do the other side as well. And then we have to do the same thing on the other side. So 1, 2, 3 blocks, 1, 2 blocks, because we, well, kind of moved it inward. So 1, 2 blocks for the top stairs, and then 1, 2, 3 blocks for the bottom stairs. This is where we have to start with the second batch of stairs. So placing them along this wall, it will look something like that. And this is where we have to start. And let's see if placing a stair on top here will make it look strange or not. It does look strange. So we're gonna have to move 1 block further than that. Maybe not a full block. Let's see. If we go a full block, it's gonna look strange, I think. Yeah, then we have a gap. So I'm gonna just play around a little bit so that we can meet our expectations. Okay, we have our roof. I'm actually so happy to say that because I was starting to struggle a lot. But we do have our roof, which I'm so happy about that. And then I'm gonna try something. I'm not saying that it'll work, but I am gonna try it. Trying to create a roof here, and I hope it's working out. Okay, now this is too hard. Gonna resize that I can see it easier. You can never go wrong with a little overhang. Okay, I think we have the roof down. I think so. I hope so. But yeah, this is our A-frame house so far. Now, just for safety purposes, I'm gonna move one of the basic shapes that I used to measure the height of the second floor. Gonna move that all the way to the end of my plot just in case I need it again and I don't find any. So yes, we are going to be using that. Now, the reason I left the back part open is because I do want to create some windows over here as well. We are not gonna have any windows in our roof, so we need to create some light that enters the house, otherwise it's just gonna be dark. Something like that. Thing that works. Same thing on the other side. I mean, you're not gonna have a lot of privacy in this house. I can already tell you that. Okay, so the sliding door here kind of does not work because of the bars that are coming out. Okay, that's a lot of light coming in already. It's actually gonna be a really tiny house now that I look at it. Now, since we are building under stairs, it can be a little tricky, I tell you that, so keep that in mind as well if you are building an A-frame house. Is it actually tall enough to stand? If I place these in the middle, I should have enough room left. On the side, this is a temporary solution, don't worry. Let's see if we can actually stand there. That would be helpful, actually. One thing you're gonna have with A-frames though is that anyone, and literally anyone who has a vehicle in Bloxburg will drive up your roof. So if you don't want that fence in your house, put a, I don't know, put a bush or something around it, put a fence around it. Make sure that people don't drive up your roof because it is going to drive you crazy. But we are not talking about that right now. Can we stand here? We can absolutely stand here. We actually have some room left. So this is quite spacious already. And this is what it looks like from the bottom floor. So then if the bathroom is gonna be over here, we need a door. And since we have a floor on top, we can actually place a ceiling light here because ceiling lights are quite a struggle if you build an A-frame house. Then for now, I'm just going to be placing a basic shape against the slanted roof part, dragging that inside of the stairs, make sure it doesn't pop out of your roof. And then we're just gonna play around with like some more basic shapes. One thing I would say though is because we are going to use the horizontal wedge, if you resize these to the smallest width possible, as you can see, they're the width of a full wall, which can be quite annoying for some players, including me. And so one suggestion that I can give you is just build inside a little more, if you don't plan on placing windows that is, and then place another basic shape to fill that gap, or you can just fix it with a pillar. But I do want a tiny little window in my bathroom. I don't want it to be completely dark, so resizing it, just something like this, so that we can at least have some natural light in our bathroom. And then we're gonna copy the shape that we have just made for the outside wall so that we can have a different color on the inside than we do on the outside. Most people, when they create walls with custom shapes, do like the outside. So let's say we have this wood, but then they have to have the same wood on the inside as well. And I don't want to do that right here. All right, so I finished the bathroom. Let's see if we actually have space enough to move around. And I still need to fix that part that comes through the ceiling from the second floor, but I hope I have space enough to move around. Okay, that window is a little bit strange actually there. I don't know if I like it or not, but we do actually have quite a lot of space in our bathroom. I should have added a laundry machine maybe. I'm not gonna do that anymore. I kind of like this bathroom. It's super cozy. Okay, we're keeping the bathroom. Maybe we are removing the window here. After all, it just looks strange. And since I placed the wall, I can actually remove the entire basic shape and place a full window. Kitchen doesn't have to be too big. I just want to have like some space at least. I'm gonna see if what I created in the bathroom fits here. It clearly does not. All right, so making a little space to make sure that it fits. So as you can see, I kind of matched it up nicely right now. We're gonna copy that over so that again, we can paint the inside wall differently than the outside wall. Now we have our grid actually, which is very, very helpful because that means we can now also use that for the outside wall over here. Now, before we place the inside part of this wall, as you can see, I kind of messed up my build right here. Has to be a little bit different. This seems about right. And then same thing on the other side of the house, making that basic plant we all love so much. So I'm gonna end up expanding my roof a little bit, as I said. I'm not happy about it either. And I'm so glad I kept this basic shape. The way that each one of these stairs is costing me $1,500 is not making me happy. Okay, house value time. 177,000. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's not the end of the world, is it? Again, letting in some necessary daylight, just making this custom TV table because everything I tried is ugly, but I think this is gonna work out well. I just want this massive desk in my cabin. I want to work here, you know, get something done. And I'm actually gonna go out of build mode to check everything. I've been building without talking for a little bit just to like have some space to myself in a way, but so far, so this is the dining table. This is like where you enter, you have your guests over here, stuff like that. Your kitchen is over here. We have a massive window, which I'm actually glad I was able to implement this because the kitchen would be quite dark otherwise. This is where you'll do your dishes under like a tiny bit of slanted roof. Kind of cozy, not gonna lie. This will be your patio. Like from the dining table, you can go straight to the patio. I know like the door opens into a window, but I kind of wanted it that way. So I don't know how you feel about it, but I don't really mind that. And then the living room right here, I was really struggling getting a TV table right, so I just did something with basic shapes. And I'm actually kind of happy with how it turned out. And then over here, we have my desk so far. Yeah, kind of loving this area, to be honest. It's gonna be such a cozy house, and I think I'm gonna keep it for the winter update, not gonna lie. And then for the siding of my roof, to cover up that there's stairs over here, I'm just gonna solve it simply, taking a square beam, and then same thing on the other side. Then for the top floor, we need to cover up a little bit. We're just gonna be playing around with basic shapes a little bit, get it all in place. Now the entrance is gonna be a little bit harder because we do have a very weird shape here. So with that, I'm going to struggle a little bit and reconsider why this was a good idea to build this. So again, with the carpet method, and then it's basically just a game of like, when do I get it right, to be honest? And then on top of that, we can use another horizontal wedge. And I know I'm not making it double layered, but for this part, I'm planning to have the same texture outside as inside. So I'm not gonna do the extra effort. I don't want to do the carpet method once again. Did it too many times. It's something, you know, I tried. So I ended up using the same color on the exterior as I did on the interior. Just doing some finishing details right now. I'm not gonna over detail this place. I've been recording for about 3.5 hours now. I'm a little bit tired, if I'm honest, and a little bit mentally drained. All right, so I decided to take a break. So before I forget anything, I'm gonna tour this house. Before all of the finishing touches, I did some things, but I am going to come back to this house. I just really need a break from Bloxburg right now. I've been building for a little too long, talking for a little too long, and yeah, I'm just gonna tour this place for what I have right now. So this is the front. This is what you see from the street. It looks kind of cozy. kind of cozy vibes entering this house. You got your dining table and then this door to the bathroom, the only room that is actually closed off from the rest of the house for obvious reasons. Then after the wall right here, you have your kitchen. I decided to go for a green, use a green as an accent color because of the plants. Didn't want to overdo it. Let me know how you like a green kitchen. This counter is glitched, so I'll have to fix that. But yeah, this is the kitchen. It's pretty simple, just your basic stuff. I might add some cabinets in here. I'll come back to it later. And then this is your patio outside. I think this is such a cozy area and I love it. And then we have the living room with your TV, everything that you need basically. And back here you have a little office area for when you need to work. Taking the stairs. Okay, actually it doesn't look that bad what I did with the roof. It's not like that terrible. Anyways, this will be your bedroom. As you can see right now, it is kind of empty, kind of plain, but I am gonna add some details to it. Alright, so I added some more stuff. We're now 2 days later after recording, so I don't quite know what I said anymore. So as you can see, I made a little forest, but I'll come back to that. This is where you go up to your front door. I didn't add too much detail in the house anymore. I like the simplicity of it and I didn't want to overdo it. I kept this roof even because I thought it was like a fun little detail to have in the house. But anyways, continuing, so you got your tiny little dining room. I'm not sure if a circular table works here, but for now, I'm going to keep that. We have our green kitchen with the appliances, just some random stuff that I added in here. It's kind of more like a holiday home and not a main home. So I kind of focused on that as well. Oh no, so I was going to add plates on here, but I forgot that. Now, continuing our tour, this is the living room. So this is where you'll watch TV and maybe look outside to the water. I think the view from your living room is actually amazing. I love it. Then we have the little desk area and yeah, it's just a simple plank basically with some stuff on it. Going to the bathroom over here, that's the only place in the house that has a different style and I wanted it to be like that. So we have our mirror over here, the plant, just some lights, your bathtub in the corner, and then your sinks over here. I kept them in the same color. I thought they kind of matched. And then your toilet as well. There is no toilet paper in this house. Bring your own. Going upstairs, I added some stuff to the bathroom, like these tiny little closet spaces right here, just so you can put like shoes in it or something like that. Whatever small you bring upstairs or like a book or something. But yeah, this is the bedroom. Kind of simple, kind of liked it that way. Created this fence with pillars. I thought it kind of fit the house. Then going outside to the first terrace, this is where you'll sit and have breakfast. There's also a barbecue here. We got the lemonade and the glasses, so this is more of like a lounge area. We have the pier, so that you can just like, I don't know, enjoy the water, I guess. And this water is actually a tiny little river that ends right at the house. Of course, it ends right here. And I think this is actually the best looking part of the house right here. And going back inside, going to the other terrace. And this one is more for like the family to just sit at the evening, have like a drink, have chips, and then a little workstation over here as well. So this is more of like the not so formal outside area, I guess. I didn't want to add too many trees, so that's something I will think about in the future. I wanted to create a little type of forest, but I know that the Christmas update is about to come because we are nearing December, so I didn't want to overdo it with the trees. And I know it looks a little weird now, it's like this belt of trees, but I am going to fix that and I do plan on fixing that. Now anyways, continuing this little pathway right here, and that leads up to the little campfire area that we have at the end of our forest, so that's kind of cozy as well. Now the plot value for this, keep in mind that I do have a lot of trees, I have a pool, and we did use the A-frame house. Plot value is 347,000 and I think that is completely acceptable for this house, to be honest. Like, it is expensive, but I was thinking it was going to be more, so I'm kind of happy with that. Now anyways, let me know what you think of the house in the comments down below. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hit that like button. And please, subscribe.